We have had a major hardware upgrade, and with all the settings now set to the highest possible, we're hoping that it makes the match play itself a lot more visually pleasing for you guys. Let me know in the comments if you think that it makes a difference. And to celebrate that, we've got a double header today. We are away at Aston Villa, and then the big game of the season, home to Manchester City. And so, let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to the Liberty Stadium in Swansea. And if you are a first-time visitor, then why not subscribe, watch, like and comment. Help the channel to grow and help us to support research into chronic heart disease, something that we feel very, very passionate about. And if you have been following along, you know that we have been very near the top of the table, and we have been pretty much top for the last few weeks. But however, Arsenal have overtaken us, but we have 2 games in hand on Arsenal, and Liverpool, who have a game in hand on us, are 2 points behind us. It's all very tight at the top of the table. And what's been happening in terms of on the pitch, we shall have a look at in a second. We have a double header today. We're going to be away at Aston Villa and home to Manchester City. We're going to see if this new hardware makes a difference to you. So let me know in the comments what you think. And when you were last with us, you will have seen that we drew 0-0 with West Ham in that terrible 0-0 draw. And then against VTSC in the Europa League, we managed to beat them by 3-0 away. Absolutely brilliant victory, and that put us pretty much in the driving seat. We were pretty much going to win that group. And then against Everton, a late goal meant we beat Everton by 1-0. And then Manchester United did the same to us, scored a late goal, and they inflicted our first defeat for some time. And then away at Sheffield United, we bounced back and we were absolutely brilliant against Sheffield United, winning 4-1. And then against Club Brugge in the final group game of the Europa League, we beat them 5-1, which meant that we had played 6, won 6, we had 18 points. And Olympique Lyon, despite losing to VTSC by 2-0, managed to sneak in to the next, to the knockout rounds. And then after that came Arsenal, a 0-0 draw at home to Arsenal. It wasn't the most exciting game. And then having played Arsenal, we then went into the quarter-final of the Carabao Cup and beat Newcastle by 4-1. An easy victory. And we followed that with a home win against Newcastle again by 4-0. We simply dominate Newcastle at the moment, and we know how to play them. And so we have a double header today. First we're going to play Aston Villa away, and then we're going to play Manchester City. So let's go to the game, and let's go and play some football. Let's kick some balls. We're hoping that we're going to get a good few points out of this. Aston Villa, tough team to play, and especially away, and we don't have the best record against Villa. Stankovic is in goal with Mela, Kotchap, Theta, Malacia at the back, El Neni, Adley and Levitt in midfield, with our typical front 3 up front. And we do believe we have a good forward line, and we think that if this team can stay together, then it could be a very, very good forward line indeed. And our man in form, Lavery, can actually only make it onto the bench today. And our policy of rotation has worked very, very well. And we are, if we can win today, we will go top over Arsenal again. And so, without much ado, let's get on with the game. And it is Swansea with the first highlight. And El Neni finds Mala. Marler, he's looking for Adley, playing it around on the edge of the box. This is good football, and that was a fierce drive from the edge of the box from El Neni, and that flies over the bar. And it looks like we are in control of this game. We are pinning Villa back in the early moments into their own half, and they are struggling to get out of their half. And we have won the ball back. Adley finds Malacia, finds its way to Levitt to Delap to Barassi to Adley, looking for Delap, and this is nice football, but the final pass was just not there. And Villa, with Cash trying to bring it forward. And that's a long ball over the top, and we've been caught out there, and here is Watkins, and that's a great save by Stankovic. Is a wonderful player to have on the bench. Stankovic as a backup goalkeeper. He's a young lad at 21, and he's going to be an absolutely super goalkeeper, but he seems quite happy just to play as backup to Luis Junior for the moment. But here come Villa, and it comes to nothing. And so with 20 odd minutes gone, nothing seems to be happening, and we have a corner though, and that's headed over the crossbar by Feet, and it remains at 0-0. And I think we may have to look at going perhaps a little bit more attacking. We're playing in a balanced way. We're not allowing Villa to find the spaces over the top of us. And Vitinho looks for Barassi, and Barassi is in, and Barassi has scored. It is Aston Villa 0, Swansea 1. We are in the lead. I think pretty deservedly. We have played very, very well this first half. Villa have not shown anything up front apart from that one breakaway. And here is Barassi through, and that was a beautiful chip, composed and elegant. Lovely, lovely goal from Yusuf Barassi. And hopefully his 35 million price tag, he's going to actually start paying back now. And we are dominating the ball. And Delap has a shot from range, and that's saved by Ramirez. And we are pretty much dominating the ball. We're dominating the game. And it looks very, very good. And it is currently Aston Villa 0, Swansea 1. We have a corner, and Kotchap at the near post heads over. Villa, who've offered very, very little. We are absolutely dominating possession, dominating the game completely. We're just going to say things are going all right, but you're capable of a lot better, as it looks like nothing is happening. It's very, very quiet here in the second half. Adley swings in a corner, and that's headed away, and it comes out to El Neni. We have simply shut the game down now. Villa have little to offer. We're ahead. It's for Villa to try and score, and we are just comfortable in this second half. And we have lost the ball though, and that's cleared. And we're going to go to this goal line technology, which I'm not really sure I can actually see anything from that, so we don't need to bother with that. The game is coming to a close. It is Aston Villa 0, Swansea 1. We have won the first of the two games today, and that's as good a start as I could have hoped for. And so that puts us top. 2 points clear of Liverpool, and things are looking very, very good. We have 43 points now, finishing in the top 10, which is what we were told to do. That's probably going to happen now. I think my job is safe for the time being, hopefully. And now I think it's the big game of the season. Manchester City at home, the one the fans want to see. We don't get results very often against Manchester City, but hopefully today. And we have Luis Junior back in goal, with Clinton, Mata, Cabango, Armati, Augustinsson at the back. Grimes, Adley, Hannibal and Magyar in midfield, and Lavery and Hojek will play up front. We have changed our system for the Manchester City game. It is a lot more defensive, and we are going to not close down. We're not going to allow them to skip past us. They're a very technical, skillful team, and we have adjusted our way of defending accordingly. and we're going to give them the width to allow them to go outside and then try and turn them. That's the way we're going to play this, and hopefully we can get something out of this game. And so, if we can get something out of this game, that would be absolutely wonderful. I'm not expecting to win. A draw would be nice. Manchester City's forward line, Haaland and Dybala, I mean, goodness knows how you deal with those two, I don't know. And with the games kicking off early, we have found ourselves in third place now. And let's go and play football against Manchester City. And it's been a quiet opening, but Manchester City have a corner, and that's headed out. Stones picks it up, and Stones has driven one into the top corner. And no matter how much pre-match preparation you do, you cannot plan for that. What an amazing strike by centre-half Stones. It was headed clear, there didn't seem to be any danger, and bang. That was possibly the goal of the season for Manchester City, and we are a goal down within 6 minutes, and it's not the ideal start, but we hopefully will bounce back from that. FM has just destroyed me there. You can't plan for that kind of event, as City are looking to try and break us down again. And here's Walker inside, but that's a nice tackle. And Adley is looking to free Hojek, and Hojek has got his way past his man. Can he get a cross in? Yes, he can, and it's fired across the box and cleared. And City are able to clear that up. And we do have to be careful of Haaland and Dybala. And here is Haaland. He's on his way through, and can he score? He's hit the post. And we can clear that away, but it's deflected off our own man, but it comes to nothing. And so City are relentless, and it's very, very difficult in FM, as you all know, to beat these big teams, and a lot of luck will come into play here. As Grealish is looking for Haaland, and Haaland is through again. He's hit the crossbar this time. Maybe that's a good sign that Haaland is going to have an off day. But here comes City again. It's absolutely relentless, but we're going to keep trying to defend, stop them getting the space that we need. We have big enough guys in the penalty box to deal with crosses, but they are playing the ball around delightfully. And here is Grealish. That's a brilliant block, and unfortunately City can't finish it off, fortunately for us. And it is a pretty dire performance at the moment. We've only had 3 shots, and maybe I need to up things a little bit and go a little bit more positive at some time, because letting them come at us like this is not really working. And here comes City now, looking to break down the left. But that's a nice ball, and they're looking to play it down the wing, but they can't find the space. But here is a cross, and there is a header, and it's just clipped the bar and gone over the top. It is still Swansea 0, Manchester City 1. This is not what I was wanting. We are going to, I think we'll put our fullbacks now more attacking. We've got to go and try and get something from this game. There are 73 minutes gone, but that's a brilliant interception by Hannibal. Lavery, on one of our rare attacks. Adley picks it up. And Adley looks for Lavery, and Lavery is in, and that could be a penalty. Is that a penalty? The referee is running towards the penalty spot. Have Manchester City blown this? Have they blown this? The referee's checking with VAR, and it is a penalty. And luckily, I've just brought Matt Grimes onto the pitch, and our main penalty taker, so he can step up and hopefully score for Swansea. Matt Grimes, as he scores, and it is Swansea 1, Manchester City 1. We need to close down now. I'll take a point. Be very happy with a point against Manchester City. We'll close things down now and hopefully hold on. That was a lovely penalty into the corner. Goalkeeper, no chance. And with that, we have gone up to third in the Premier League. I take a draw against Manchester City every time. And Vitinha, we are still coming forward. It's very nice to watch. And here is Grimes. Grimes, Armati finds Augustinsson. Augustinsson inside to Armati. And he feeds Grimes. Grimes to Magyar. Magyar, who's having a great season. He finds Harwood Bellis, who's come on the right. And Magyar again. He looks very assured on the ball, Magyar. But here comes City on the counter-attack. And they're looking to get in. And here is a chance. And he's put it wide. Manchester City today are suffering from what we suffer mostly. Our strikers cannot score. And while it remains 1-1, we'll be quite happy. And there's a corner, and that's headed away. But it's only headed as far as Hannibal. Hannibal, he looks to drive it back into the box, but it's also headed clear again. Augustinsson with the ball. We are pretty much in control at the moment. And if we can just sneak one, and here is Vitinha! And that was a great save. But I think he was offside, but what a save that was. And we are coming into the final minute of time added on now. And I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw. And I think that I'll be happy with a point here. We have played very, very well in the second half. And when we up to a more positive approach with the fullbacks on attack, it seemed to give us more possession, more opportunities. And we took our opportunity, and we have hopefully gained a point against Manchester City, as that is headed clear. So where is the whistle as Hojek tries to bring it forward, and that is it. That is 4-time. Swansea 1, Manchester City 1. And I'm just going to say well done. It sympathised with them. It was a tough game, and we could have won that at the end. And we have done very, very well. And so if we just look at what's coming up in, if I can find, I never can find schedule. If we look at what's coming up in the future, what I think I'm going to do is play through until the middle of January. And I think what I might do is come back for the second leg of the Carabao Cup against Manchester City, the semi-final. But also before that, we'll show the first game of the FA Cup, the third round against Hull. So we'll have a cup. Episode next time, as we try to maintain our position in the top 4 of the Premier League. And that's it for this video. If you liked it, and you're new to the channel, why not subscribe, watch, like and comment. Help the channel to grow and help us to support the very, very worthwhile cause that we are hoping to provide funds for research. And all that remains to be said now is that we will see you in the middle of January in the transfer window, when we will be playing in the FA Cup third round against Hull and the Carabao Cup semi-final second leg against Manchester City. We will see you then.